Is it some of your guys' first time here? Thanks for coming out. This is the world's tallest glass tree. There's a lot of Christmas markets around the world. There's a lot of events going on, but there's nothing like this. When people come to the event, I just hear all the time, I've never seen anything like this. I love being able to show people something very novel and very unique that they haven't seen before.
My name is Rob Elliott. I'm the producer of the world's tallest glass tree.
My name is Jason Mack. I'm the builder of the world's tallest glass tree. We built the first glass tree back in 2009 that was 12 feet tall. And back then I was really just experimenting with different ways to build large-scale sculpture using primarily glass. So the process for building the glass tree is really similar to the process of making fiber optic cable. So that's kind of where I was inspired to do this type of design. So the first ones looked like kind of like tornadoes. Another one looked like a large landmass. And then eventually when we decided we wanted to do a large Christmas event, I was like, oh, let's try putting this process to work, making a glass tree. So I used this spun glass technique to build a 31-foot tall. And really, when I was designing and building it, I was using the sticks of supporting pipe I used for the center structure come in 10-foot lengths. So the way we got to 31 feet is I was like, well, I'll use 3 sticks of pipe, and then the base with the bearing is about 1 foot tall, so that's how we got to 31 feet. And then once we put the blown glass star on it, it's a 5-foot diameter blown glass star, so that brings it to about 36 feet.
So the tree is built by the community. We collect glass starting in mid-November. We have locations in the local communities where people can bring their bottles and jars and glassware and any restaurant-grade glass. And then we collect all of that. We pull the green and the clear out of that and crush it up and melt it in Jason's mobile furnace. And that's what we use to pour the liquid glass on the tree. And we do it 1 gather of glass at a time, which is about a pound, pound and a half at a time, until there's about 3,000 pounds of glass on the entire tree. So we've got a team of about 10 to 12 people that work with the tree and with the event. And then Yerkes has their staff as well, and then there's a crew of volunteers that comes in every weekend from the community to help us run either the parking lot, the trolleys, the gate, and then also the winter market, which is a large portion of the event, is a holiday market where people can get their shopping done for the holiday season. So Yerkes Observatory in Williams Bay, Wisconsin it was built in the late 1800s, 1895, for the University of Chicago to house the world's largest refracting telescope. Yerkes Observatory is where they discovered the Milky Way. Sagan, Hubble, all these fantastic scientists, and truthfully it changed the way we look at the universe, all in that one facility. And this place for the longest time was owned by the university and used as like an observation lab, basically. They observed there, and it wasn't really open to the public. It was kind of an underground thing. And then a few years ago, Diana Coleman and a handful of local community members created a nonprofit and took it over from the university and essentially saved the facility, and then have since raised funds and donations and restored the entire facility, and now it's open again and it's staffed and they're observing there again. And we came to them last year and said, hey, how about we build this world's tallest glass tree at Yerkes? And they kind of laughed and didn't really know what to say. But when it came down to it, they ended up letting us do it, and then it proved to be something that they want to see as a fixture for a long time there.
Large-scale public art is really one of my passions. This will be the 4th year of the project, and I've just been making the star bigger as opposed to re-engineering the frame. So the tree stands at 31 feet, and then the star started at 4 feet, now we're up to 5-foot blown glass star. So we're probably at some point soon here gonna have to make the frame bigger. So the star is made up of 36 blown glass spikes, essentially, and then those are assembled onto a steel frame. And then we put a bright light at the center of it. The star is dropped onto the tree using a telehandler with a jib, which is kind of like a boom. and then I'll be on the boom lift, and then our buddy Hopper, the equipment operator, he'll lift the star up using the telehandler and then drop it into place. It really secures on there with kind of a peg and hole kind of system, really. So then to take it down, we basically put on thick leather gloves, pull the glass off, and it's kind of like working with hay. It's a somewhat messy process. We take all that glass off the frame, put it in totes. I take that back to my studio, and I turn the 31-foot tall tree into about 600 or 700 commemorative small trees, spun trees, so they look just like the large one. One of the things I love most about the glass tree is that the community helps build it by donating their green and clear glass. So everyone's got a hand in building it. You know, every bottle comes with a story, you know, from the household it came from, and then its journey to one of our collection bins. Some are, you know, beer and wine bottles. We get a lot of olive oil bottles. We get a lot of baby food jars, pasta jars, any kind of post-consumer glass. So I just love how it's really grown by the community, and so there really is just a lot of the actual community behind all the material. One of my other favorite aspects of the project is that people not only get to bring the material, the glass that we build the tree with, but they also get to add glass to it. So they get to have the experience of being next to us when we gather the glass out of the furnace, and then we'll hand them a gathering iron with the liquid glass on it, and then they have to get to the tree and, you know, drip it on the tree, and then let the tree take spin the glass around the frame, and just showing them something new.
Our goals as an organization are to continue to inspire and work with the community, teach people about glass and recycling, and the many uses and things that you can do with glass in that process, and to become a fully sustainable event. And the grand vision is to build a glass forest. You know, a place that people can come and see, you know, dozens and hundreds of these trees and bushes and mushrooms and rivers and critters all in one space, you know, built with post-consumer glass. I think people should have a little bit of curiosity when they arrive. I want them to experience little bits of inspiration all over the place is kind of the idea. You know, everywhere you turn and everywhere you go at the event, there's something to watch, something to see, something cool that somebody made, or just a great spot to sit and enjoy everything that's around you. In my mind, it's important to me that everybody comes with a little bit of curiosity and leaves a little bit inspired. I think we need to go bigger. You should get that in there.